Bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-da-da-dum bum bum ba-da-da-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-da-da-dum bum bum ba-da ba-ba-dum da 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 ba da 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 ba da 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 bum ba da da ba da 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 ba da 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 dun, 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 dun. Hello, my friends. Can you hear me? Someone is saying there is no sound. Uh-oh, crazy cool, Joette. Great color. Thank you. Hi, Harry. Can you hear me? Some are saying they cannot. I'm hoping that you can. Let's see if we get some notices here. Good evening from Canyon Lake, California. Hello from Middletown. Oh, Tyler Middletown. Deborah Tyler Middletown. Yes, we hear you. Great. I don't hear you, but I see you. That's what's important, right? Okay. Hi, Paula. Nice to see you. Harry from PA. Yes. Hi, Harry. Wonderful to see everyone. Sounds good. Wonderful. You're just right. Excellent. Hello, my friends. It's great to see everyone. I see it all flipping up in little up thumbs and hearts, and it's really great to see. Yes, 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 yes. Good. So, my name is Joette Calabrese. For those who don't know me, I'm here every Monday night with you folks, and we do one thing and one thing only, and that is we study homeopathy. I teach you what I know, and I hope that you can grow from that and use it for yourself and your families. And for those of you who do know me, welcome, friends. It's great to see everyone. Hello. Is it warmer in Florida now? Yes, it is warm. It's beautiful. It was a gorgeous day. My guess is I sat out in the sun for about half an hour today. It was felt like about 84, something like that. It felt really, really good. It's wonderful. Terribly hot today, says Rachna. She's in Florida too. It's wonderful to see everyone. Hi from Hodges, South Carolina. Amy in Baltimore. Hi from Ontario. Hello, my Canadian friends, American friends, friends from Europe. It's wonderful. It's so good. So good to see you all. So I just want to share something with you. I'm very excited about this. This is our second edition to Gateway. I'm very excited about it. A Gateway to Homeopathy. Gateway 1. I don't want it to glare. New colors, lots of changes. So if you have the old one, you might want the new one. If you've never done this, if you've never gotten one, then you might want to, but we're not ready to sell it quite yet. We just got it in from the printer today. And so it'll be available in a couple of weeks on the website. It's 100 and something pages, we got an addendum. So those pages it's about 185 pages, chock full of information. It's different than our other Gateway one, but not terribly different. So I'm hoping that people are going to really like this. So I'll talk about it next week and when we're going to have it all available for everyone for the study groups. And that's what this is all about, is study groups. Because my friends, I believe that the best way to learn homeopathy is through a study group. It really does make a difference. It is important for you to have a community of friends here and elsewhere in Gateway, in study groups, other study groups, in the academy, etc., etc. It really makes a big difference. And for those of you who are in the academy, or were in the academy last year, or are now in mastery, or in good gut, bad gut, please tell us. I'd like others to know how important it is to have people of like minds, people who can help each other. People can help each other, whether it's in local neighborhoods or online neighborhoods of sorts. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You pre-ordered it. Thanks, Fresh. That's great. It's great. There's a lot of folks have pre-ordered the book. It's wonderful. I'm really, really happy to hear that. So, yeah, study, my friends. Skill up is what I say. Skill up. We are still right now. I see that we're in the eye of the hurricane. I think things are calm right now. I think things are going to get harder again for a while. And we homeopaths, we who understand how to use homeopathy and others who know how to use alternative methods, but especially homeopathy, we are in good stead. It's a great thing. We don't need to know what the microorganism is. We don't need to know what others are doing. All we need are the symptoms. If we happen to know the name of the condition and it has been used in the past, homeopathy has been used for that condition in the past. And of course, in most situations, it has been, then that's great. But if not, and all we've got are symptoms, great. So they can come up with any condition imaginable, and we are in the ready. Yeah, you see my flowers there. Isn't that pretty? You can see it right at the end of that's Buster's old water bowl. I know. I miss my poodle. That's all I can say. So I bought these crocuses so that the fragrance is beautiful, and I thought I'd pot them right there in his little water bowl so it's close by. All righty, let us talk. Today, we are going to talk about pain. Again, we're going to carry on with pain for some time because pain is a big subject. And as you know, I've got a whole course titled Pain. And if you want to know more about it, you can go to the Learning Center, Joette's Learning Center, and scroll down until you find the pain course. It's an online course. And I tried to cover as many pain conditions as possible. But why not talk about it here, right? Let's just do this. Let's talk about it here. So this time, I want to give you remedies for muscle pain and also tendon pain, whether acute or chronic. And so, as I've been doing lately, I'm going to show you how I look, how one can look this up. Now, I know the medicines for muscle and tendon pain. I have them memorized. Why? Because I've been doing this a long time, and you will probably have many of them memorized as well. So, but meanwhile, until you do, I'm going to use this repertory, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. I don't want to lose my page here, so let me put another little piece of paper in here, and I'm going to show you I'm using the 4th edition of Robin Murphy's Meta Repertory. 4th edition is, if you can see that, it's a thick book. It's a beautiful book. It's a great book. For those of you who are committed to this, you need to own this. If you're just learning, it might be overwhelming. It's a very intense book. It's a medical textbook, and it is a medical reference book, and you'll use it over and over again once you learn how to use it. But if you're brand new to homeopathy, unless you're the kind of person who dives into everything full force ahead, you might want to just hold off and just learn from me, learn from the blog, learn from courses, and then slowly trickle your way into using a homeopathic repertory. But I'm going to show you the section titled muscles. Let's start with that. Let's see if you can see that. I want to try to, it's hard to do this because it's upside down and back. Well, it's not upside down, but it's backwards. So you see where it says muscles, and it is here on this page here. Look at all the remedies that are listed for muscles. Let's try to keep it still. Okay. Look at all those medicines. Look at the most important ones. Arnica is very important. If you can see ARN, I'm trying to read. Oh, it's not, it's not holding it. Well, I'm going to read them to you because I can see that it's getting blurry. Arnica, belladonna, beautiful. Belladonna, bryonia, calcarb, causticum, colocynthis, gelsemium. I'm not reading all of these remedies. I'm reading the remedies that are the main ones. The ones that are the most used, most noteworthy, have been found to be the most valuable. Okay, colocynthis, gelsemium, ignatia, iodanum, lachesis, lycopodium, magphos, rus tox, sepia, spigelia, and thuya. Those are all the most important, I believe. Did I say them? Yeah, I think I got them all in there. Excuse me. Those are the most important remedies for muscles. Now, this is for complaints of muscles. So, can it be pain in the muscles? Yes. Complaints of muscles. Can it be tighten in the muscles? It's a generalized rubric, meaning it's complaints of muscles, all kinds of complaints. But if we have aching in the muscles, now it's here. Hope you can see this. It's so hard to do this. Right there. Aching in the muscles. Many of the same medicines are in there. Arnica, okay? Gelsemium, lactic acid, and the rest are secondary. Primarily, it's those remedies. Did I say gelsemium? Now, I want to point something out, that one of the first medicines is arnica. And I want you to note that we often think of arnica as a remedy that's for injuries. And indeed, it is. So it's great for injuries to the muscles. But it needn't be an injury for it to act. Arnica is a great medicine for pain in the muscles or achy muscles. We know that because here it is. It's written right here. It's for pain that could be old pain. It has been going on for years. My muscles ache and they've been like this for 10 years. I've never had an injury. Can still be arnica. So arnica is for injuries to the muscles and even more importantly, ailments, complaints of the muscles, and even more specifically, pain in the muscles. Now, that sneeze was Buster saying hi through the flowers. Harry, you're great. You guys are great. So, I want you, when you think of muscles, there are some great medicines here. No doubt about it. There's no gelsemium, colocynthis, causticum, all great remedies, belladonna, but bryonia, very good medicines. But I want you to think about arnica as one of your first considerations. Arnica. What potency arnica? I knew you were going to ask that question. Let's just see what everyone else is saying here. What potency? I wouldn't bother with a 3. 3 in arnica has more to do with vascular and blood, etc. I wouldn't use a 6. Oh, nay. I wouldn't use a 30. You could, I suppose, if you had nothing else. I would go right to a 200. You bet, Francine. You bet. Yes, Rechna, 200. Yes, Linda, absolutely. Greg, yes, Rechna. Even 1M. Yeah, even 1M. Yep. But we're going to start with 200. Why? Because a lot of folks here are new, and even though you're part of my mighties, and also there are lots of people here who know a lot about homeopathy. Oh, good job. BC Davis says 200. You bet. Norm 200. You're right on the mark. Could we use a 1M? Yes, we could. But I find 200 is a great potency when it comes to arnica, where there's achiness. And then I know what you're going to ask next. How frequently, right? Yeah, we're going to use it a couple times a day for a chronic kind of achy, consistent. Or it doesn't even have to be consistent. We would probably use arnica 200 twice daily. But what if it was let's see, Paul Pelosi? I don't think I would use arnica twice a day. Now, that wasn't a muscle. That was a head injury. And arnica is great for head injuries. And that was also surgery, right? So we want to use this medicine when the condition is very severe. Then we want to use the medicine more frequently. So for someone like Paul Pelosi, actually he's fine now, right? We're just getting all of the tapes now. So many questions about that incident. Um, when there's an injury to the head, now we're not talking about bone injuries today, we're talking about muscle and tendon, but there's no doubt that it could be used for that as well. And it's great for surgery as well. But let's stick with muscles. And if there's a muscle surgery to the muscle, now we're going to be using it for two reasons, because it's muscle and pain and because it's surgery. So we could actually use Arnica 200 every few hours after surgery, every 2 hours after a severe injury. But if it's garden variety achy muscles, maybe after running too long, maybe if the person has always had muscle pain, maybe there's an inflammation, a reaction to foods that can cause muscle pain. In case you don't know that, my friends, a lot of joint, muscle, and tendon pains are related to being exposed to certain foods. I smashed my thumb with a hammer a few days ago and used Arnica 1M and Hypericum 1M, says Bob and Deb Dunbar. Great to have you here. Great to hear it. And yes, 1M can do it too. And now we can also, when the pain is an injury to a muscle or to a tendon, and the pain, and Arnica feels right, especially the achiness, but the pain is extraordinary, then Bob and Deb are absolutely right. We're going to use Hypericum as well. No doubt. We're going to use Hypericum as well. Now, we also have a sensation of bandage around the muscle. That's a strange thing, isn't it? There's one remedy that really stands out in that. It's not necessarily painful. It just feels like there's something tight around the muscle. Could be the thigh or the forearm, or any place where there's a muscle and it feels bandaged. An odd sensation. It doesn't even have to be pain. Just an odd sensation. See if anyone knows. If anyone knows what medicine is we use for that. Then while I'm doing that, I'm also going to show you, how about tendons? Where are we going to find tendons in this repertory? We're going to stay in the muscle section, and we're going to move a couple pages along, and we're going to find the remedies that are for tendons. And I hope I have my finger on the right place here. Tendons. See all the remedies? You bet. There it is. Lachesis, people are saying. Lachesis. Ruda. Good choices. It's not the one I had in mind, but good choices. Here we go. Cornelia says platinum. Platinum or platinum in the meta repertory. You're absolutely right. That's what I would use. When there's a sensation of, wow, we got blurred all of a sudden. When there's a sensation of a tightness around the muscle, a constriction around the muscle, that's what I would use. Platina or platinum. That is the medicine. And again, what potency would I use? I would use a 200. Now, for the tendons, the remedies are very similar, but not exactly. We could still use arnica, but I'm not going to hold it up because it caused, look how blurry we are. I don't know what happened. China, Simicifuga, same remedy was in muscle pain. Cali carbonicum, these are all the main ones, Thuya and Valeriana. Those are all very important remedies for tendons as well. But I'm going to tell you that often the muscle pain remedies can be just as valuable for tendons, for tendon pain or conditions of the tendons. Not always. Sometimes we want to be even more specific. Let's see. Is a platinum also for spasms? I don't think of that remedy for spasms. It doesn't mean it couldn't be, but it's not my main choice. And let's see what kind of questions we have. Symphytum, interesting. All good choices. Yes. Would this be good for Achilles tendonitis? And Achilles tendonitis is, because it's a tendon, I would certainly look at the tendon section, and I would consider arnica first. But I also love Rhus tox. For when it comes to tendonitis, in the Achilles tendonitis, I love Roost talks. I actually think I've written about that on my blog, and but what you might want to do is just key in Joette Calabrese Achilles tendonitis. Okay, love learning this. Yeah, I know. So do I. Isn't it fun? I have severe tennis elbow, been ongoing for months. So tennis elbow is tendons. And again, if we can find that it is related to an injury, overuse, playing tennis, overuse in any other way, then we can kind of go a little bit more towards arnica. But I also very much like Roostax and what was the other one I was just thinking of? Hold on a second. Yeah, I like Roostax for tendonitis, tennis elbow. Anybody else have any other ideas? I like Ruta. Yes. Yep. Leanne is saying Ruta. Am having great success with Roostax and kelp carb for my tennis elbow. Yep, there you go. Roostax would probably be my first choice. Symphytum. Thank you, Amy. I really like Symphytum as well. And I also like Ruta. I don't know what happened to my screen or my lens, but we're all blurred. I look better, don't you think? Blurry is better. Would platina be a good remedy for compartment syndrome? I'm afraid I don't know what compartment syndrome is. If you could give me a definition of that. Severe pain in the heel. I'm thinking of plantar fasciitis. I can't use arnica. It's interesting. I always wonder what that means when somebody says I can't use a certain remedy. Because we don't, I just want to remind you, and this may indeed be so for some people, but generally speaking, a remedy may not work for one condition, or it may cause a problem with one condition, but you use it for a different condition and it's just fine. It's not like, my friends, someone taking penicillin and finding out that they get hives, hence they can never take penicillin again. It's not like that in the least. Homeopathy is very symptom and condition specific. Compartment syndrome. Let's see. Frozen shoulder, I believe I've written about. Joette Calabrese, frozen shoulder. Check it out. Tell me about compartment syndrome. Fascia is too tight around the muscle belly, like a sausage casing, too tight for the sausage. Okay. And I'm assuming that there's pain, right? Or is it a different kind of sensation? Is it a sensation of a band? Or is it a constricting around the area? Or is it pain? My husband woke up with stiff and sore neck, muscles, tendons. Symphytum helped amazingly overnight. Symphytum is also a great remedy for sinuous matter, muscles, tendons, joints, and bones. Kelp floor for tight fascia. Yes, it could be. Yeah, it's not elastic enough. Okay, Leanne says extreme pain. Oh, really? Okay, so compartment syndrome has extreme pain. Okay, what's extreme pain, my friends? What are we going to use for extreme pain? We can use these medicines for constrictions, such as kelp floor. But what is the remedy that we would use for extreme pain? And that's all we've got, that's just extreme pain. Yeah, I might have my Zoom background blur in settings. Well, and that's so funny because it wasn't blurry when we started. Thank you, Sarah May. Hypericum. Yeah, extreme pain is hypericum. And so then we can go from there and potentially use Symphytum 200. I would use Hypericum in a 200, and then perhaps Symphytum in a 200 twice a day, and the Hypericum could be used regularly throughout the day for that extreme pain, for that compartment condition. I would take hypericum for extreme pain. Yeah, good job. Very good job, my friends. You have got it. Or belladonna, says Tammy. Belladonna, perhaps, but I think of more like symphytum for this one. St. John's wort. St. John's wort is hypericum. St. John's wort is the original substance from which it's made, and hypericum is the homeopathic. So hypericum, of course, if it's homeopathic, we're going to use a number and you're going to have the potency written after it. All righty. Good idea. What is kelp floor? Kelp floor is for when there's a lack of stretchability or too much stretchability. So kelp floor could certainly be a possibility here, but I would not expect kelp floor to work very quickly. I would expect to use that over a period of time. And then I might also look for if there's any other lack of stretchability anywhere else in the body. All right. Pain in the throat with constant dry cough. Totally different thing. I'm sorry, Jamie, but we're going to try to stay close to what we're talking about. Reduce the swelling. I treated it in an acute arm too. Arnica reduced the swelling. He was taking oxycodone, and that didn't touch the pain. Arnica 2 doses, and he was asleep. What do you know? Let me point that out, that when you use a homeopathic medicine and someone falls asleep, it usually means it's working. Because we can't let loose. We can't sleep if we are in pain or if we're vomiting or if etc. etc. So sleep after using a homeopathic medicine is an indication that we are on the right track. So when they wake up and the condition has returned, then what do? We go right back to it and use it again. All righty. Yes, Highlands was sold, but they still have cell salts. Football players, basketball players, and soldiers have compartment syndrome. Kelp floor for pain when stretching. Kelp floor is a medicine that's great for when there is a stretching issue, but that's not the first medicine I would use. Pain from stretching, I might think more of arnica. I might think more of Rhus tox. And then also kelp floor is in the background. We would use it for a long period of time. Could this compartment condition be caused by spasmodic paralysis? I don't know the answer to that. I'm sure there's someone who does know, but I'm going to tell you that let's use what's presenting instead of what's causing it. I'm not saying we never look at etiology, but let's look at what is the condition? What is the person suffering? Okay. How are they suffering? What are the symptoms that they are suffering? And, okay. Yep. Yeah. My dog bit my hand last week. Not his fault. It hurt pretty badly, and I used Arnica 200 and hypericum to relieve the pain, and now a week later, my hand looks perfect. I love homeopathy. I know, so do I. Isn't it the best? Yeah. This is where we need to spend our time, my friends, is skilling up in our homeopathy. It's very, very important. Spasms. Yep, someone's talking about spasms. Muscle spasms. Yeah, if it's a spasm, it's a different remedy. We're going to be thinking more in terms of cuprum is one possibility. Generally, that's very good for someone who was saying esophageal spasms. You bet. And let's see. I think we've got these mostly answered, and we are at the half hour. And I have a big group to teach tonight, a gateway group. So sciatica pain, would that be more nerves, muscles, tendons? I have written about sciatica pain on my blog. So you can, Joette Calabrese-Sciatica. Use my blog, my friends. And in many situations, I've written on other people's blogs and in journals, other journals that are nutritional journals. And energy journals, etc. So watch for that, because if you just put my name in and the name of the condition, it's likely you will find some information that I am specific about teaching folks. All righty, my friends, it is half past the hour. Next week, more pain. And we will go back and I will teach you how to address pain in different ways. Love what you've done, love what you're doing. Stay focused, stay curious. God bless you all. Bye now.